Now, maybe you're considering making a move to Naples, Florida, and if you are, you want to know, can I actually afford to live in one of the nicest, most prestigious places in the United States and the world? And in this video, we're going to go over exactly that. We're going to go over the housing costs, insurance, taxes, groceries, utilities, entertainment, all of the costs of living so that you can make an educated decision if Naples is the right place for you. Now, I'm Brad Dohack. I'm the broker and owner of Gulf Point Properties. I have been here in Southwest Florida for 18 years at this point. So let's jump right into it. We'll talk about what I would consider the most important thing first, which would be that roof over our head, housing. Now, here in Collier County, which is where Naples is located, the cost of housing is actually quite expensive and a lot more expensive than other parts of the country, but everything's relative because it's also less than some other parts of the country as well. Now, as we look at the median price of a home in the entire county for a single family home, we're looking at $845,000 is what the median price of a single family home is here in Collier County. Now, if we're looking at condos, that's a lower price point. You'd be looking at a median price of a condo of $505,000. Now, the reality is that there's a larger range of properties available. So if you're looking for, say, the least expensive condominiums in Naples, well, you can do that for actually under $200,000. If you're on the other side of the spectrum and you're looking for the most expensive home in all of the United States of America, you can also do that here in Naples. That is currently on the market for $295 million. As you can see, we have a wide range of real estate. And if you're looking, say you want to be on the Gulf of Mexico, I want to be Gulf frontage, well, right there, you're looking at probably a $6 to $7 million minimum price point to be able to make that happen. If you're looking to be on a golf course, you can actually get a single family on a golf course, maybe not in the most ideal location close to the beaches, but you can get that for under $500,000 as a good starting price point and up from there. So based on this, I hope that you can start to understand, hey, there are a lot of different price points, and I'm not just going to have to spend $10 million to be able to afford a home in Naples. All right, next in terms of the cost of living, this actually goes along the lines of owning a home, and that's our property taxes. Now, we have higher values here, so you would expect the property taxes to be higher, but we're actually much more favorable here in Collier County than we are in other parts of the country. I've heard a lot of bad stories about people in the Northeast or perhaps even Texas, California, where they're paying extraordinarily high property taxes. Now, as a general rule in the county, you're paying roughly 1% of the tax appraiser's value on an annual basis to the tax collector. So if the property is worth $600,000, you would expect to pay around $6,000 in property taxes, but that can change by location because if you're in the city of Naples, that will be slightly higher, generally around 1.2, 1.25%, but there is some variance that is there. Now, the beauty of being in Florida is that there are some homesteading things that can help reduce the price of your taxes, your property taxes on an annualized basis. So if you homestead, if you use this as your primary residence, that's really great. Also, there are some additional exemptions if you're, a senior or if there's, a widow. There's a lot of different potential options out there to save money on your property taxes. And one that most people don't know about before they get here is that the county actually provides an opportunity. If you pay your property taxes early, you can pay up to 4 months early. You can get 4% discount on an annual basis off your property taxes, which is a really big benefit. All right, also we need to talk about this in terms of the real estate is insurance. What is the cost of insurance in Florida? The cost of insurance in Florida is going up, has been going up, and there's a lot of challenges around companies who will actually write insurance policies for homes in the state of Florida. Now here's the thing, it's not all doom and gloom. It is true that we pay higher insurance for our homeowners insurance rates than many parts of the country, but we also have storms. So there are hurricanes that come through. Now, I will say we've done a very good job of building codes, being able to be prepared for those storms, but cost of insurance is a concern. Now, there are things that you can do to lower the cost of insurance. So first thing would be moving inland. That's big because if you're not right on the Gulf of Mexico, then you're going to have a better, better overall rating. Also, newer construction is a lot more favorable than older homes because it's up to the newest building codes. So for new construction, you can get a single family home with insurance policy under $2,000 per year, whereas on the resale side of things, you're looking more in the $4,000 plus range. And then also if you're in a flood zone, having flood insurance, etc. So that's something that could be a significant budget item for you if you don't buy something that is, newer construction and inland. All right, next on our list is groceries. How much do groceries cost in Naples, Florida? Well, the reality is that they are actually more than what goes on in the rest of the United States. So we have an average is 17% higher than what other states are paying, or the average in the United States people are paying. And so from that perspective, that's not so great. But one of the great things here in Florida in general is that you're not paying sales tax on all of your groceries. And so that's a big deal. So there are certain items that do, but the majority of your groceries, you're not paying the 6% sales tax. Speaking of sales tax, at 6%, it's actually lower than a lot of other places. The national average is over 7% sales tax. So we do save money on that here in Collier County. All right, next, when it comes to utilities. So generally speaking, utilities are actually slightly cheaper than the national average, about 2% cheaper. And also the cost of energy, again, is a little bit less. One of the things that we don't have to worry about heating. So most homes don't have natural gas to them. Some communities do have that. Sometimes if somebody only wants to cook with natural gas and they don't have access to that, they may bury a propane tank, something like that at their home. But in general, we don't have heating bills and there's not a big need for that natural gas. So it really comes down to the electricity usage, water usage, and then whatever your internet and phone bills are. And that's pretty normalized throughout the entire country. One of the main things that people worry about when they move to a different state or a different region is, what is the healthcare system like and what is the cost of healthcare? Well, I'll tell you, we've actually got a great system of healthcare between NCH and Physicians Regional. We have two hospital systems that both have thousands of employees. So there are a lot of different options for you here. But in general, if we're looking at the cost of living, Naples is about 7% higher in healthcare costs than what the average is for the United States. All right, now going into our entertainment and lifestyle. Now, Naples has really great free options when it comes to lifestyle. So going to the beaches, there are plenty of amazing parks, free cultural events, and those types of things that exist. Also, there's a lot of different pickleball options, tennis options. So you don't have to spend a lot of money to be able to do fun things. A lot of people will go kayaking, and there's just a lot of great, amazing things to do in Naples, Florida. Now, that being said, there are activities that can and do cost money. One of those would be golf. So Naples has a tremendous amount, over 90 different courses within a 12-mile radius of Naples, but many of those are private and many of those are significant investment to join. You can pay, you're not required to pay because there's other more affordable options, but there are courses that you have to pay over $250,000 just to join, plus your membership dues. Now, those are very exclusive clubs, but again, those are options if that's your type of thing. Now, when it comes to eating out here in Naples, Florida, that is something that we have extraordinary restaurants that provide a lot of different options for you. So sure, you can go out for a reasonably priced meal, but if you want to go to some of the finer dining establishments, you are going to pay to do that. So if you find yourself wanting to go out on 5th Avenue South or 3rd Street South, you are going to have an experience where you're likely going to pay $100 a head, somewhere around there, and cocktails, etc., have a good time. That is absolutely within reason that you could find yourself paying those kind of prices for a nice meal in Naples. But I feel like you got to treat yourself once in a while, and I'm telling you, the restaurants are absolutely phenomenal. I'm going to do another video about restaurants, the top 5 in the area, but if you have any, comment below because I'd love to hear from you what your thoughts are on the best 5 restaurants in Naples. Now, as you can see from everything that we've talked about here, Naples is not a cheap place to live, nor would I expect it to be, because there's so much demand, there's so many great services that are here. If we look at the actual numbers, it's going to cost you 13% more than what the United States average is to live in Naples. Only you can decide if that is worth it for you. Obviously, I've chosen here as home, but again, please do me a favor, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and make sure, first and foremost, that you have a blessed day. Thanks so much for watching.